Hello students, welcome to this video tutorial on calculating theoretical probability method 3 using tree diagrams. Okay, let's start right away with example 1. At a concession stand is like a snack stand, you can order a cola with or without ice in sizes small, medium, and large. Use a tree diagram to find the number of possible outcomes and the probability of each combination. Okay, so the first thing you have to realize is that we're comparing two separate things that we're going to call events. So the first event is whether your drink has ice or not. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing that we're going to compare. So we know that it's going to be a cola, okay, but it can be with or without ice. So that's the first event. And then the second event is what size is that cola going to come in? Small, medium, and large. So for this probability tree, I've actually got most of the tree diagram created for you. So let's start with the first branch here, okay? So we start from this point and we have two possible choices for event 1. We have ice or no ice. So there's only two possibilities here. Then when we go to event 2, we travel along this branch, and if we choose to have ice, then we have to make a decision, small, medium, or large. So in the second branch here, could you please write in large? Okay, so large. So just print that very neatly. Okay, so let's look at the branch that is no ice. If we choose to have a cola with no ice, then the next decision, the next event is again the size. So we know that it could come in small, medium, or large. So again, this part of the branch is going to look exactly the same as this part of the branch. So make sure you follow the same order. So start with small. Oops, sorry about that. Small, and then go down to medium, and then large is already given for you, isn't it? Okay. All right, so now let's go to the next column here. We've done the first column, event 1, which was ice, event 2, which is the size, and then now we're going to list the outcomes. So the first one is given. So as we follow this branch here, we can choose to have a cola with ice, and then we choose to follow this branch here, and it's going to be a small cola with ice. So what's the next outcome going to be? Well, we follow this branch here. We have a cola with ice, and then we go straight across, and it's a medium cola with ice. So can you write this neatly in? Medium cola with ice. And then what's the third path or third route going to be? We have ice, and then we go down this path here, this branch here, and we go to large. So that's going to be a large cola with ice. Okay, so now let's look at the bottom kind of group of branches here. So this is going to be the no ice option. So as we travel down this main trunk, no ice, and then we go up this branch, we have a small. So what's this outcome going to be? Small cola, no ice. Remember, we're on the no ice portion of the tree. All right, so what's the next option or the next outcome going to be? We travel down the no ice branch and then we go across the medium branch. So this outcome is going to be medium cola, no ice. And then if you could figure out the last outcome of this probability tree, it is large cola, no ice. Okay, so we have most of the tree figured out. All right, so the next step is we have to write down our probabilities along every branch. So let's focus on event 1 first. Event 1, okay? Event 1 is we can choose a cola with ice or with no ice. So along each branch, I want you to write the probability fraction. So what is the probability of choosing ice? Well, that is 1 over 2. There are two possible outcomes, ice or no ice. If we choose ice, that's 1/2 of a chance. What is the fraction probability for no ice? It's going to be 1/2. Okay? All right. So now that we've covered event 1, I want you to kind of forget about it for a minute. Let's talk about event 2, size. Well, how many sizes do we have to choose from? We have 3. So along each branch, what is the probability of choosing a small? Well, we have a 1 in 3 chance of choosing a small. We have a 1 in 3 chance of choosing a medium. And we have a 1 in 3 chance of choosing a large. So this part of the branch is going to look exactly the same as this part of the tree down here. So again, we have 1 in 3 chance of choosing a small, 1 in 3 chance of choosing a medium, and 1 in 3 chance of choosing a large. And yes, it is very important that you include these fractions. They're going to be very important. Okay, so now we're going to figure out the last column, the probability calculations. So let's look at the first outcome, small cola with ice. So let's look at our tree. Okay, so the ice branch, what is the probability that we come across? Okay, it's 1/2. So let's do our calculations here. 1/2 times, and then if we travel down the small branch here, what's the fraction we come across? It's 1/3. Okay, so the first fraction is 1/2 because we chose ice, and that is the probability of choosing ice, 1/2. And then the second fraction is, if we go down the small branch, the probability is 1/3. So we have to multiply these fractions together. So you know how to multiply fractions. We multiply the numerator first. 1 times 1 is 1. And then 2 times 3 for the denominators. 2 times 3 is 6. So there is 1 in 6 chance of ordering a small cola with ice. Okay, so does that make sense? All right, let's go on to the next set of calculations. Now, what if we chose medium cola with ice? So again, we're talking about with ice here. So that's this main branch here. So what is the fraction of ice? Well, that's 1/2 again. Times. And then now we're going to go down the branch that has medium. So what is the fraction we come across on that branch? Well, it's 1/3. Now this multiplication statement looks a whole lot like the one above it, so we should know the answer pretty easily. 1/2 times 1/3 equals 1/6. Okay? So there is 1/6 chance of ordering a medium cola with ice. Okay, let's look at the next outcome. Large cola with ice. So again, we're on the ice main branch here, main stem. So that fraction is 1/2 times, and then if we go down the branch that has large, we have 1/3. So let's write in 1/3. So we've seen this product, this multiplication statement before. 1/2 times 1/3 is 1/6. So there is 1/6 chance, 1 in 6 chance of ordering a large cola with ice. Okay, so I'm wondering if this pattern is going to stay the same as we go to the bottom set of branches. So now for the next outcome, we have small cola, no ice. So no ice is this branch down here. So the first fraction we see is 1/2 times, and then we want a small cola, so we go down the small branch and we have 1/3. 1/2 times 1/3 equals 1/6. Okay, so let's see if we're getting any faster at this. Medium cola, no ice. So no ice, the fraction we see is 1/2. And then if we travel down this branch for medium cola, the fraction we see is 1/3. 1/2 times 1/3, 1/6. Okay? All right, how about the last outcome? Large cola, no ice. So again, no ice, the fraction is 1/2. And then large is 1/3. 1/2 times 1/3 is 1/6. Now, an important note here is that what if you wrote down 1/3 times 1/2? Would you get the same answer? Yeah, you would. However, you cannot write it this way because the first branch did not say 1/3. It said 1/2. So if you wrote it this way, it would be wrong. Okay, so one neat thing about probability is when you get all of these probabilities, if you were to add 1/6 to 1/6 to 1/6 to 1/6 to 1/6, you would get a total of 6/6, or just a probability of 1. Okay, and that's how you know you've got the right answer. Okay, so that's example 1, done very slowly with a lot of the tree already drawn. So as we move into later examples, I'm going to take more and more of the tree or the clues away. Okay, so thanks for watching this video on example 1. Please proceed to the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.